They're rich. Kill someone and get away with it, Rich.
We are the perfect family.
Such a fascinating show. I was intrigued. Clearly, I watched it all in one night.
I love that.
And you two are so
That's a big
incredible.
ask.
That
is. Means you were hooked.
I was locked in the whole time. Talk to me about finally working together. How cool was it to finally work alongside each other?
It was super fun.
Yeah.
We'd known each other for years, and I didn't think it was ever going to happen. And I got the call first from Susanna and then Nicole, and I was thinking, I was nervous about the piece.
He was reluctant.
I was reluctant initially, but after
playing hard to get,
talking to them, and thinking that it might not ever happen again, I said yes, and I'm really glad that I did. It was a lot of fun. It was really fun, especially the style and the way that Susanna and Nicole work. That Susanna really wanted to do a lot of sort of improv stuff, and doing that with her was really, really fun.
I mean, how do you say no to those two? I mean, The Undoing was one of my favorite shows ever. And why do you think that fans will be shocked at watching this show, and why is everyone a suspect?
I think everyone is a suspect thing is great because it keeps you coming back for more. I also think it's just in this sort of decrepit American aristocracy with our obsession with money and glamour and all of these things, that seeing is the difference between seeming and reality is really fun and sometimes horrible, and I think pretty gripping in this story.
Yeah.
And that there's so many storylines, I think, as well. There's it's an ensemble, which is what was fun, because and that's why the director's so talented, because she's able to sort of weave us all together. But we were all very distinctive in our characters, which I think helps it. It doesn't blend, and it's not general. It's like each one of us has a very specific lane.
Yeah, definitely. And your character, Greer,
yes,
is my favorite. Such a powerful woman, the matriarch of her family. She's very protective of her fictional family, too. How would you say that you relate to her?
Protective. I'm protective of my family. But the relating, it was more just, I wanted to do something with Liev where we could, and this is what I promised him. I said, we'll be able to play. We'll be able to feel and change things and improvise and find this couple so that they're a very real couple. Because I didn't want it just to be one-dimensional, and I think that's what's exciting about it. So maybe I relate to not being one-dimensional.
Mm-hmm.
There, I brought it all the way back.
You know, when you're conflicted, when the characters have that level of duality and they do horrible things, but they're also really endearing, it's so much more compelling.
Yeah.
And you're so much more connected to them. If you can identify with the things that they're going through. And then on top of that, if you can laugh at it and with it, which I think was very important to both of us.
Yeah.
But I think stylistically it really lent itself to that. And I think that's a real strength of Susanna's as well.
Yeah, there was a lot of levity in the show, which was nice. Yeah. It was like a good balance between super serious, and then there were moments where you were just like, oh.
A cake fight.
Yeah.
I mean,
for
come
instance,
on.
the cake fight, right.
I'm like, what?
So good.
And another moment, you had quite a few times where you were singing in this show. You got to show off some of your musical talents.
Well, yeah, as someone who doesn't really sing, I thought it would be hilarious if I committed wholeheartedly to singing. And while, I kind of regret it at moments, I think, Susanna did a great job of exploiting it.
Honestly, I thought, I was like, maybe this guy has some singing background. If you two had to pick a karaoke duet song, what would it be?
You pick it.
Well, my mind immediately jumps to Shaggy, It Wasn't Me. And you would do like the really nice vocal melodic part.
Okay.
And I would just do the gruff reggae, It Wasn't Me. And singing standing on the corner, it wasn't me. It wasn't me.
Can we
like
have
that.
that?
No.
We don't have the lyrics.
Tonight at the party.
You tried. No.
Are you going to come?
We'll work on it.
I'm coming tonight. I'll be there tonight.
There you
So
go. Anything goes. You never
maybe
know.
we'll try it tonight.
It's going to be a fun night.
I'm excited. And you two obviously play the perfect couple, married 29 years. But as we know, a lot lurks beneath the surface. Do you think that there is such a thing as a perfect couple?
Of course not. Do you? I mean, the whole point is to pull back the curtain. I think if you think there's perfection, there isn't. Liev.
That's a good answer.
There's something going on. Usually, whenever you see that word perfect, there's something worth looking at.
Yeah.
I think that the irony in the title is
Yeah.
It's a very ironic title
it's
for
a very
a
Yes.
ironic title. And
you
it could
two-
apply to so many characters in the film.
I completely agree. My favorite scene was probably when you like had a breakdown and told all the family secrets. I was like, I love this. And you two obviously had amazing on-screen chemistry.
Oh,
How would
thank
you
you.
say that your friendship and bond really lended itself to that on-screen dynamic?
I just feel so easy with him. That was it was crazy because I just, from the minute I'm around him, I'm like, okay, I can try anything, I can do anything. Because he's also just so clever. So close your ears, hide. But he's the great. I mean, he's a brilliant actor. So it feels very safe. And when he would say, let's try this or give, I mean, it was very easy because we were both in it to do something exciting. And I felt safe with that.
Yeah.
Safe to be as wild as possible.
I like how unpredictable she is. I like it. And I know within the first day, I've known her for years, but we haven't really hung out that much. It's always been sort of,
Group.
With groups, and we
Yeah.
hadn't really had any time to talk and hang out. But very quickly, I think we kind of developed, the first initial physical stuff was a little awkward, where I was like, but can I grab you like this?
I'm like, sure.
Because, you want that intimacy to
Yeah.
feel real.
Yeah.
And once we got past that, I felt really comfortable, and I felt in the way that she worked, she was very open and unpredictable. And that I enjoy because it keeps you engaged, and it keeps you on point, which is, I think, the best thing. When actors are improvising to try to find a funny line or to try to find a great moment, it usually doesn't go as well as when they're not thinking and they're just listening and looking at the other person and responding. Because that's the magic. When people come up with something together, that's when it really feels magic. And I felt like within our first day, that was happening, and that felt really good.
I could sense it. Well, it clearly caught me intrigued, and I was up to the late hours of the night watching.
You
so-
binged.